Assalamu alaikum, dear students. This is Hizra Akib in your online class of English literature. Today, this is the 7th lecture, and we'll be doing the 7th poem, The War Song of Saracens. Saracens is a reference to the Arab Muslims. The poem is written by James Elroy Flecker. This is a simple poem in praise of the bravery and heroism, dedication, and devotion of the Muslims. Okay, let's start reading the poem. We are they who come faster than fate. We are they who ride early or late. We storm at your ivory gate. Pale kings of the sunset, beware. Not on silk nor in samite we lie, nor in curtained solemnity die, among women who chatter and cry, and children who mumble a prayer, but we sleep by the ropes of the camp, and we rise with a shout, and we tramp, with the sun or the moon for a lamp, and the spray of the wind in our hair, from the lands where the elephants are, to the forts of Miro and Bulgar. Our steel we have brought and our star to shine on, the ruins of Rome. We have marched from the Indus to Spain, and by God we will go there again. We have stood on the shore of the plain where the waters of destiny boom. A mart of destruction we made at Jalula, where men were afraid, for death was a difficult trade, and the sword was a broker of doom, and the spear was a desert physician who cured not a few of ambition, and drave not a few to perdition with medicine bitter and strong. We are they who come faster than fate. We are they who ride early or late. And the narrator of the poem is a soldier, an Arab Muslim soldier, who says that we are they who come faster than fate, that their speed is that they had very high speed, and they are not slow in attacking the enemies, in taking the decisions. They move even faster than the fate. This is a hyperbole, that they move even than the fate. Hyperbole is a literary device which means to exaggerate the things. We are they who ride early or late. They are the people who ride early in the morning or late in the night. They do not care for the time, that this is early in the morning or this is too much late to go to some place. Rather, they take their decisions immediately and start implementation on their decisions readily. We storm at your ivory gate. Pale kings of the sunset, beware. Now he is challenging the richest kings of the West. Pale kings of the sunset. Pale means it has two meanings. On one level, it means the European kings whose complexion is light and whose complexion is called pale by this soldier. And pale is also associated with fear, with cowardness. So the soldier is challenging the European kings who are very rich, that they are ready to attack the ivory gate. Ivory gate that is made of elephant teeth. This ivory gate, this indicates the wealth of the European kings. Ivory is also associated with death. Pale kings of sunset, beware. Not on silk nor in samite we lie, nor in curtained solemnity die. Among women who chatter and cry, and children who mumble a prayer, he says that they are a warrior nation, and they find comfort in the battlefields, in the voyages, in the travels. They are not the people who love lying in the beds of silk and samite. Neither they are the people who enjoy the company of their wives or the children, or the love of the family members can hold them at the houses. They are not the people of this sort. but we sleep by the ropes of the camp. He says that they are the people who love to sleep in their camps, in the battlefields, and we rise with a shout. And they are the people who rise every morning with a new determination by shouting the slogans of Allahu Akbar. And we tramp with the sun or the moon for a lamp, and sun and the moon are their guides, and they travel along with them, and the spray of the wind in our hair, and only spray in their hair is the spray of the wind. It means that they love to travel, and from morning to evening, from dawn to dusk, they are in the travel and they are on their missions. From the lands where the elephants are to the forts of the Mirau and Bulgar, our steel we have brought, and our star to shine on the ruins of Rome. He says that they had conquered and they had traveled and they had won the victories over the lands where there are elephants, to the to the areas where there are the forts of Mirau and Bulgar. Mirau is the fort in Abyssinia and Bulgar is a fort in the Central Asia. Our steel, our weapons. He says that we have taken our weapons to the land of elephants and then to the lands where there are the forts of Mirau and Bulgar. Our steel we have brought, and our star to shine on the ruins of Rome. They had also conquered the Rome, the city of the Rome. We have marched from the Indus to Spain. They traveled, they conquered each and every place that lies between Indus to Spain. And by God, we will go there again. And he says that they hadn't done this for a single time, and it doesn't mean that they are not ready to go there again. Rather, they will go there again and again. We have stood in the shore of the plain where the waters of destiny bloom. He says that they stood on that plain, on that shore, on that beach where the star of the destiny shines. A mart of destruction we made at Jalula where men were afraid. He said that they had played havoc to the lives of the cruel people. In Persia at Jalula, where even the bravest people were afraid of going, for death was a difficult trade, because death is a very difficult trade. It is not always easy to accept death and to go on such expeditions as the Muslims have gone. And the sword was a broker of doom, and it is not always easy to play with sword, because sword is something that deals in death, that deals in doom, that deals in destruction. And the spear was a desert physician who cured not a few of ambition. And he says that their spear was like a physician's tool that cures the ambitious people who may ever had tried to challenge the strength of the Muslim soldiers. And rave not a few to perdition with medicine bitter and strong. And this was the medicine of their bravery and their weapons that was given to the ambitious people who were there to challenge the bravery of the Muslim soldiers. So the whole poem is about the bravery and valor of the Muslims of Arab, and it seems that it was their love to their Creator, their dedication to their religion, that they were not afraid of any worldly power, because they were afraid of only one entity, that is Allah Almighty. And when such a faith is cultivated in a human being, he is not afraid of anything or anybody in this world. That was the faith which enabled the Muslim soldiers to conquer even the toughest, even the most tough and the most difficult battlefields in the world. Okay, this was all about this poem. Students, you have to prepare the critical appreciation of this poem, the MCQs, and short questions and answers. I hope you would have enjoyed the poem. Okay, Allah Hafiz.